This is a continuation of a series on 95 questions, a very comprehensive quiz to really challenge your own psychology about freedom and liberty ideas in the world we live in if we want to create an actually better world. This is going to challenge your own mindset, and this is very difficult then to evaluate for ourselves if, say, we might be wrong. We need to be able to have the introspection and look at these questions objectively from multiple different points of view. You can take this quiz online at theliberator.us/quiz. That's theliberator.us/quiz. This is the second video as part of our quiz series. Let us begin. How does every order in government get carried out? By who and how? Is it violence, non-consensual, order followers, some scribbles on a piece of paper? Or is it our representatives, our army, police, using the lawful and legal procedures? The correct answer is that violence, non-consensual, order followers, some scribbles on a piece of paper. This is how every order in government actually gets carried out. Next question. Who seeks or desires power? Is it people who do evil, or is it people who love others? The correct answer here is people who do evil. People who love others generally don't seek power. Next question. Do you actually consent to be within a government? Yes or no? The correct answer is no, because you are just born into the land that the government presumes they own. As a baby, you can't even think for yourself about what this thing we call government is and if you actually consented to it. Now, is any evil necessary? Yes or no? The correct answer here is no. Evil is never necessary. If you see it as evil, it means it's not supposed to be there. Next question. Are we equal in rights? In other words, are people in the capacity to have freedom or self-ownership? Yes or no? The correct answer here is yes. People are in the capacity of understanding self-ownership and expressing their freedom. Okay, next question. How do we change the world? Education, good ideas do not require force, or laws, good ideas require force for compliance? The correct answer here is education, because good ideas do not require force. Next question. You want to fund something that will benefit many people, but have inadequate resources for it. Your neighbor has enough money to fund it, but doesn't want to because he does not benefit from it. Do you have the right to forcibly take his money? Yes or no? The correct answer here is no. You do not have the right to take his money because it's, well, his money. Now, there's a part 2 to this question. In the case of making your neighbor pay against his consent, what if 10 people wanted to? Or 1,000,000? What if the 1,000,000 people voted for a representative to have the right to forcibly take his money? Would that make it okay? A, it can become moral, or B, it is still immoral. The correct answer is B, it is still immoral, because you're still taking something that does not belong to you. Next question. Does getting a new slave master or going to a different plantation help achieve real freedom? Yes or no? The correct answer is no. If you are going to a different plantation or getting a new master, you are still a slave even if you make your condition a little bit better. Next question. What is government? A monopoly on violence, slavery, organized violator of individual rights. Or B, a system where people come together to make decisions. The correct answer here is A. It's a monopoly on violence, slavery. It's an organized violator of individual rights. Next question. Where is the problem that can be prevented between authority and a criminal? A criminal does wrongdoing and leaves, everyone generally sees as immoral. Or B, an authority does wrong and continues, everyone generally sees as moral. Which one seems more absurd to you? The answer is B, an authority does wrong and they continue, and everyone generally sees their wrongdoing as moral and right. Next question, what is responsible for every major atrocity in history? A, order followers who actively carry out the orders of the few, otherwise known as democide. Or B, one person with evil intentions. The correct answer is A, order followers who actively carry out the orders of the few, also known as democide. Next question, how do people initially become slaves? A, war, capture, jailing systems, indoctrination, fear for compliance. Or B, being chained, working on a plantation. The correct answer here is A. It's war, capture, jailing systems, indoctrination, and fear for compliance. The next question is, what is the top cause of unnatural death? Is it democide or is it heart attack? The correct answer is democide. What is the nature of human beings? Human nature can only follow orders and we can't be responsible. Or human nature is programmable. We can be responsible. The correct answer is human nature is programmable. We can be responsible. Next question, what am I spending time on and paying attention to? A, the news, movies, culture, entertainment, I want to be distracted. Or B, education, self-care, research, nature, I want to have purpose and create change. Well, it's B, education, self-care, research, nature, I want to have purpose and create change. This is what we want to spend our time and attention on. This is why you're taking this quiz. Now let's look at another scenario. A computer technician shows up at your house. I am now your computer technician, and you are not allowed to refuse my services. He will take your computer if you do not pay him. Do you own the computer? A, the computer is mine, the technician is a thief, and his service should be voluntary. Or B, the computer is his, the technician is necessary for the greater good. The correct answer is A. The computer is mine. The technician is a thief. His service should be voluntary, because if it's not voluntary, he's using violence because he is making you use his services when you may not want his services. Now let's look at another scenario. A person says you aren't allowed to put your jacket in your car or a certain piece of furniture at home. Why would most people not accept that, but do accept prohibition or banning substances? Well, A, it's all people's opinion. Neither violates another person. They are individual. Or B, one action is worse than the other. Individuals must be told what to do. The correct answer is that it's all people's opinion. Neither violates another person. They are individual decisions. Next question, if it's unpleasant, I don't want to hear it, see it, or tell others about it. I'll ignore it and it'll go away. What happens when you would do that with, for example, an illness or any other problem? A, it doesn't tend to get better, it tends to get worse. Or B, it tends to get better, it doesn't tend to get worse. The correct answer is it doesn't tend to get better, it tends to get worse if you try to ignore a problem that you need to address. Next question, if the simple truth about a belief system can change the world, wouldn't we all already know about it? And wouldn't we have put it into practice long ago? A, yes, we are a race of thinking objective beings. Or B, no, people don't want to consider their own beliefs. The correct answer is no. People do not want to consider their own beliefs. And thus, they don't want to challenge something that has long been done. Next question. What kind of people want to live in perpetual refusal to their own personal responsibility because they have nested traumatic issues that have led to self-loathing and a lack of self-respect? Is it mature adults or immature children? The correct answer is immature children. They do not understand responsibility, they have not addressed their traumas, they do not have self-respect, and they have some self-loathing. How do we help to heal others? Guidance, support, honesty, accountability, listening, care, or holistic thinking? Or authoritarian control, dictating what to do and following the script? The answer is it's guidance, support, honesty, accountability, listening, care, and holistic thinking. The final question is more of just an optional but very important question because it really delves deep into the psychology in case you're ever confused. Will or have you read The Most Dangerous Superstition by Larken Rose? Will you check out any other resources as well among this? Yes or no? And if you answered yes to that question, great, because that makes you more of an abolitionist. Be sure to continue this series. I'll see you next time.